COVID-19 announcement.
What? Welcome to day 10. Can you hear the rain? It's good. I'm really happy. The past week has been so sunny, which has been beautiful because it's been warm, but it really feels like I'm missing out when it comes to lockdown. But in reality, would I be outside anyway in my free time? Probably not, if I'm just being honest. Oh, my voice is still so croaky. I have just finished schoolwork. I just realised, does that have anything important? I don't think so. Schoolwork. Amazing students sending me their essays. I'm so impressed with the people who have sent things through. I'm like, if I was in a pandemic, I probably wouldn't be able to do, as a student, I would probably be, I'd be one or the other. I'd be completely freaking out and overcompensating, or I'd be just holed up in denial and just reading the books. But I do want to let you guys know at some point in this vlog, whether it's today or tomorrow, I'm going to dye the underhair blue. I don't know if you guys can see it very well, but it just looks a bit Scody. Kiwi slang, if you don't know, Scody. It just looks a bit Scody and I'm not a fan. In terms of what I'm going to read, let's figure that out together, shall we? My hands are back. Also, my fringe is pinned up because I just woke up and it was like this and I just can't be bothered with it today. So you guys will have just seen my Wheel Chooses TBR and my wrap-up videos. Hopefully I've been able to stick to that schedule. So I have a bunch, where's my basket, of books to pick from. I'm going to pick up 2 books today. Hang on, let me sit you down for a sec. Okay, that's better. I know one of the 2 for this TBR that I really want to read, and that's this ARC from HarperCollins called The End of Men. And it's about only men carry a virus, only women can save people from the virus. It's 2025 and our main character, a doctor, is called to treat a young man with a mild fever. Within 3 hours he dies, and it kind of goes from there. It's sounding very, there's multiple reasons I want to read this. One, we're in a pandemic and I'm really craving the self-annihilation of reading a book about the pandemic. 2, I do need to get on top of my ARCs. I did a couple of hauls back now, and a lot of them were ARCs and I just haven't gotten around to them, and I want to keep reading them. And then thirdly, I was thinking it might be a good recommendation for people who want something a bit intense. If you're a fan of, I can't remember what it's called, but I'll try find it and put it up here. I think this might be a good recommendation for you. So, part of my little job as a YouTuber is to be able to recommend books for my own fun, of course. So that's why that one's on there. But for the second one, I've got the handy dandy wheel. I'm not saying I'll be able to finish both of these in this one vlog, but we'll see. We have a gap there, so that is going to be filled in with own voice. No glare? Okay, let's go. That was a good spin. Ooh, 1 star rated. Alright, I'm going to have to bring up my laptop. I don't think any of those are necessarily 1 star, but I'll see which one is the lowest rated. And my guess, I'm just for the fun of it, I'm gonna guess the lowest rated one here is Forest of a Thousand Lanterns, just because I think it's the least known one. Okay, where's my laptop? Great Gatsby is still lower, 3.93. Eat, Pray, Love. Oh, that's lower. Okay, that's the lowest so far. Oh, I am surprised. Okay, so the second book that is going to be joining this little vlog is Eat, Pray, Love. I am actually genuinely quite surprised about that. My $1 copy. Alright, so these are going to be the 2 books. Sorry for the long intro. Let's just get on with this day, shall we? What the heck, guys? How? We're at 960 subscribers right now. Yesterday it was 930. How the heck did we get 30 more in this community? That's insane. That is insane. Okay. Alrighty. Thank you, guys. Okay, guys. I have put eyeliner on for this conversation because it needs it. I just want to let you know, if you're viewing this and you are triggered by homophobes, transphobes, racist people, this conversation might not be for you. So feel free to skip ahead. I'll put a timestamp of when this little conversation ends. Okay, so first of all, I have a few notes written down in this book because I want to make sure I'm concise and get what's at the heart of what I want to tell you down without blathering on too much. So in one of my recent videos, I was rearranging some books and I moved the Twilight and the Harry Potter series I own to the very top shelf, saying, something along the lines of, let's move the transphobe and the racist up to the top shelf so we don't have to see those in the background of the videos. And I want to really be clear here, I'm not calling out anyone at all, but it was brought to my attention that it was a bit, I believe the word was inconsistent of me, because I was then gushing about Sanderson, who is homophobic. So let me say the first thing. I hope I don't mean to cause anyone any offence, but I also realise I'll never be able to be perfect. And as a human being, it's something I am working through. I often take people's criticism to heart, it affects me quite personally. Like I say, it's something I'm working on. And the second main thing is that, yeah, I'm sorry. I am really, truly sorry if me talking about a homophobic author offended you. What I will say though, the first thing I wanted to say is, I cannot know everything, and yes, I'm going to defend myself here because I have a right to. I cannot know everything, guys. In the past, in the comment section, you guys have really helped me learn and grow. There was one video where I wrongly talked about autistic people, and there was a lovely comment enlightening me and teaching me about how to refer to autistic people. Thank you. If I don't know something, I don't know something. I cannot know everything. And so I really genuinely welcome comments which help me grow as a person. So that's the first thing. I can't know everything, and if you are happy to teach me, please do, but please do it in a polite way. Then the second thing I want to talk about is Brandon Sanderson himself. So because of that comment, thank you again, seriously, like I have learned now, I was doing some research on him. Now, it was really hard to find what I felt like was accurate commentary on his actions, because it's essentially all in the form of social media posts. And I'm not saying social media posts are inaccurate, I'm just saying it's opinion, and sometimes people's opinions can get thwarted a little bit by what they're feeling, right? Like, we react to things. So I did a little bit of digging, and so it seems like this whole Sanderson's first homophobic comment, because let's call it what it is. He essentially came out when J.K. Rowling said that Dumbledore was gay, saying, and to quote him, again, according to this post I've seen on it, to quote him, he said, "No, I don't believe that homosexuality can, in many cases at least, be treated and cured. I do believe, however, that impulses of attraction between people of the same gender are something that can and should be resisted." I disagree. Like, it's LGBTQIA plus people, I'm with you 100%. Like, 100%. So this is homophobic, I get that. So that was in 2007. And the author of this conversation then goes on to say, in 2011, Sanderson seems to have made some improvement from his mistakes. So he's grown. Again, please feel free to educate me if other information has come out about this. He said that he agrees that LGBT plus people should have their legal rights, but then he also sounds a bit like contradictory, because then he says it brings pain and suffering. So it's really hard to kind of figure out where he stands on things. I mean, essentially, LGBT plus people do not bring pain and suffering, but he's growing. I'm not trying to make excuses for him. I'm just trying to paint a picture. And then from all of that, Brandon's, supposedly, I haven't read the rest of his books, so I'm just taking this person's word for it, has made a very concentrated effort to improve representation in his books. Renette from Era 2 Mistborn is a lesbian and has a girlfriend. Drahi, a bridgeman in Bridge 4, is gay and has been confirmed to be getting a boyfriend in the near future. Somebody on Twitter once reached out to him and said, "Hey, do you realise how bi you wrote Shallan? Either way, thank you." To which Brendan responded, "This wasn't directly on my mind while writing, but looking back, I think it was in my subconscious. I'm flattered to hear it." Essentially where I'm going with this is, and I've mentioned it before, I don't believe in cancel culture unless someone hasn't shown that they can improve from their mistakes. Clarification here as well, the reason why Stephenie Meyer and J.K. Rowling went on the top shelf in the first place is because, as far as I can tell, they haven't changed. I know for sure J.K. Rowling has doubled down on her transphobic comments, so that's why those people are up in the top shelf. And if you're wondering why I haven't gotten rid of them, I've had that Harry Potter set since I was 7 years old and then have been collecting them since then. And the Twilight set I've had since I was 13. And I know there's a conversation around holding on to problematic authors' books for nostalgic reasons, but I'm not going to get rid of books that have literally shaped my childhood. And in some of the very first hauls I did on this channel, there is a haul which includes, what ones are they called? The Cursed Child and Fantastic Beast books. And I intentionally bought them secondhand because I wanted to fully complete that collection, but I didn't want to give extra money to J.K. Rowling. So at the end of the day, it's my choice, and I totally understand if you disagree and you no longer want to watch these videos. Okay, I understand. In my mind right now, Sanderson is improving on his mistakes, and I understand what's coming out of my mouth right now not everybody will like, but this is just my opinion on it. Yes, he was homophobic, and he is learning, and that's the important thing. I remember just last month, I think it was, there was a drama about Aristotle and Dante discover the secrets of the universe's author, who said something that was a slur, and he apologised, and the person it was directed to accepted his apology, and the world moved on. And he's not being cancelled because he showed that he could apologise and see his wrongs. And then and so I guess what I'm culminating to is asking the question, because I don't know the answer. Where do we draw the line, right? Where do we draw the line? Because here's the thing. If we cancel every book that has homophobic or transphobic or racist views, then we are discrediting a lot of our historical literature. You don't have to go back far to see novels that were extremely homophobic or racist. And I think we need to be careful that whilst, yes, we call out authors for writing intolerable, discriminatory ideas into their novels, we also recognise literature as a measure of growth. So we could read a book from the 90s, like I talked about those Mills and Boons books. They were despicable towards women. They were extremely sexist. But I think it's a good measure of growth to see how far we've come from there. Women are no longer written that way, because that shows how we as a society have grown. Novels often portray, especially contemporary novels, portray a current way of thinking in that societal climate. And yeah, we just need to be careful that whilst we're calling out and informing people of the wrongs, we don't cancel past things as much as we maybe do. How quick we have to jump to cancel things. I just hope I've been super clear in saying I do not support homophobic, transphobic, racist, sexist novels in any way. I'm just trying to start this conversation about where is the line, and to please be nice to me because I don't know everything. In terms of what will I do with these Brandon Sanderson books, well, I saw a Twitter thread that was really interesting. It was started by CC Ewing, Problems of a Book Nerd. I used to watch her videos ages ago. I should go check out her channel again. Who herself is a member of the LGBT plus community, and she said, I'm not going to read Sanderson anymore because I'm not going to support a homophobe. Your opinion, gal, you do you. Like, cool. But I was finding it really interesting going through the thread. Again, these are single people's opinions, just like this is my single person opinion. I found it really interesting within this thread, people of multiple sexualities commenting, having their own viewpoints. Some people are like, yeah, 100% agree. And some people are like, I see your point. But personally, I've never felt triggered by his novels, and I've separated the author from his novels. I enjoy the books, so therefore I've read the books. Another interesting perspective on it all. And another one I saw, which was really interesting, was about how, oh yeah, that one. I'm halfway through a series. I want to know how the stories end, so I'm going to purchase novels secondhand from him. Which is actually what I've done with the books that I hold in that recent video. And I think that's the way to go. For me, I think that's going to be my decision. I like the books. I've said it, I like the books. And so I'm going to keep reading them. But I won't be giving him any new money. I'm going to try find everything secondhand. It's hard for me because if someone makes genuine growth, then I'm going to support them. I'm just laying my eggs on my ducks in a row here. If someone makes growth, I am going to support them, because we cannot admonish people who grow. If we admonish change, then we're never going to be able to grow as a society and help out people who need their worlds enlightened. You don't know what background they've come from, and we need to be mindful of that, so that we're not just coming down with hate, we're coming down with love in our hearts to help enlighten people. I'm just going to pop in real quick because there's a last little thing I want to say. It has been 2-3 days since I filmed that clip, and I've been thinking about it a lot and researching it a bit more. I want to touch on how people read books as well. I think sometimes, and this might be kind of controversial to say, but please try not to put words into my mouth here. I think sometimes people read what they want to read into a book. One conversation I saw online was how people were saying, oh, the women were in the kitchen and oh, the heroes were eating the food the women prepared. Completely taking out of context the time setting of the novel. The fact as well that some of the heroes were women too, not just all men. Also taking away the fact that the author of this novel in question is a male. Maybe he's terrified of writing more female hero perspectives because he doesn't want to do the disservice of writing into a stereotype. He could learn, sure, but there's so many different factors as well. And also taking away the women's agency. What if those women enjoy cooking for people? I love baking. My last vlog was literally me spending hours in a kitchen because I wanted to bake my brother food. Does that make me sexist against my own gender because I like to cook? No. So I just think we need to be really careful that we go into things open-minded. We don't see, oh, there is a bunch of women doing something that is traditionally women's work, because there's a line, right? There's a line between taking people's own choices away for them because of what you perceive to be a unbiased description of gender. Okay, I've said it. I think I'm going to leave it there. I think I've said what I need to say. Again, I want to open up this space to, yes, keep teaching me, team. I'm one person and I don't always know all the facts. In fact, I'll never ever know all the facts. So, like, comments, talk to me about things, let me know your opinions. Let me know if Brandon Sanderson has recently come out and been like super homophobic, because then that changes my opinion because he hasn't changed. Okay, I'm getting wound up about this again. All right. I'm almost scared to put this out on the internet. But it has to be said. On with the vlog.
The Prime Minister will reveal the decision in a few moments.
3:47.
COVID case numbers released just a couple of hours ago. There are 17 new cases in the community, all in Auckland. It brings the total number of cases in this Delta outbreak currently to 347.
Which again shows that during the most dangerous period of someone's infection, people have generally been at home, just where we needed them to be, to break the chain of transmission. Lockdown is making a difference. The question now is how long everyone stays there. Cabinet met this afternoon to look at our latest data and consider the advice of experts. Based on all the information in front of us and of the advice of Dr. Bloomfield, Cabinet has decided that all of New Zealand south of the Auckland boundary will move to level 3 at 11:59 p.m. on Tuesday, August 31. We'll review these settings at Cabinet a week later on Monday, the 6th of September.
All right, team. So I don't know how much of that you're able to hear, but essentially we are in level 4 for another 4 days till Tuesday midnight. It is currently Friday, so another 4 days. And then we're in level 3 lockdown for another week after that. So what this means for the country is essentially when you're at level 3, you're allowed contactless, like click and collect. So like places like Warehouse, and I don't know if Kmart is doing it, and takeaways, you can order and then they can do it and then you can go pick it up. For schools, we stay shut. The only reason any students would be at school is if they, for whatever reason, cannot get caregivers to look after them at home if their parents are essential workers. I believe last lockdown there was only one student, and some of the senior leadership team, I think, went in to look after that student. But either way, for me, it means, and Titus for that matter, right? Because you're not classified essential, way. Lame. We are both going to be in lockdown for another 11 days. So the lockdown diaries continues. Honestly, I think after our level 3, we'll move down to level 2. Do you reckon, babe? Yeah. But other than that, I am going to sit here and make a start on the end of Men. So that's the plan. Guys, this book is so heart-wrenching. So I've read... Oh, that top's still there. Let me just make this bed real quick so it looks like I have my life together. Alright, that's good enough. Okay, so I've made 100 pages into this novel, and I was not prepared for it to be so heartbreaking. I don't know like what else I thought. Like, it's clearly going to be really sad about a plague. How can I make it so I don't just look like a floating head? I'll just awkwardly kneel back here. It's really, really heartbreaking. Massive triggers, but just for death in general. There's also a trigger here for premature baby births. Just men, boys, babies dying left, right and centre. Do not pick this up if your headspace isn't available for it. It's intense, but I'm loving it. Debut author, by the way, and chef kiss to the writing style. The only little critique I have, a suggestion if anyone cares, is that there are elements in this novel which I think could be really improved by putting them into a different format. For example, emails, if they were somehow like sent in a different font. And then there's parts of like a newspaper report, if it was like a newspaper article with a little picture, something a little bit more like Illuminate files vibes, how all the pages were like a little bit different. I think it would just add to the reading experience. The epistolary kind of vibe, I think that's the right word. And I mean, because it already has that feel of disjointedness in that there's only really 2 main characters that I've seen repeatedly. I'm up to chapter, oh, it's not done in chapters, it's done in like days after the plague started. But like, they're all from different perspectives. Honestly, I feel like I just need to do something really crafty right now. I can't seem to get out of my own head ever since, I don't know, I'm learning not to let comments bother me. but it is a process and I take things to heart way too much. I'm definitely too much of a people pleaser, so I keep reliving things and I need to stop doing that. So what I'm going to do is do a little bit of a craftiness. So I will do a time lapse for you all of the beginning of the book journal section of my diary. Hey guys, it's voice over me. I just wanted to yarn to you guys a little bit. This process of journaling helps me meditate. That might sound really weird. I totally understand if you're like, what the heck, you crazy lady. But hear me out. When I'm journaling, I notice that my mind doesn't think about anything else other than whatever it is I'm creating at hand. I just sit there and look at colours and play with paper and stickers and washi tape and paraphernalia, and it just makes me so much more at ease. If you guys like journal process videos like this, please, please, please let me know. I am more than happy to, you know, film more of these. I journal anyway, so all it would be is a case of popping on the camera and time-lapsing it. Okay, let's talk about what we're doing. So for a wee while, I'd been thinking about a book journal. Now I have a couple of videos, I'll link them for you, of book journal process videos. I started creative book journaling and writing down my reviews, but it never stuck. So I never continued on with that series. But I decided I wanted to start it up again because I realized when I was coming to review books, I was struggling to be concise. So what I've actually been doing is, in the back of my diary here, jotting down thoughts as I have them about books I'm reading. And let me tell you, it has made book reviewing so much easier and more streamlined of a purpose for me. Like, before I would just be relying on memory and my emotions, but now every 100 odd pages I just jot down specific things and it gives me something to refer back to. So yes, if you are a fellow book reviewer, even if you don't, you know, put anything out like this, you just write reviews for Goodreads or whatever, I do highly recommend this process. In terms of the stationery I'm using, I get the majority of my stuff from AliExpress. So let's see what I've got there. Excuse me. The letter stickers you see are from AliExpress. Yeah, I mean everything's from AliExpress. You can see a little zoom up, including my 5-star rating. All right, hope you enjoyed that, team. Let me know if you want to see more. Hey team, Titus made amazing basil chicken in Thai. Let's see if I can say this. It's pad krapao. Am I butchering it, babe? Hey, not too bad. And we're gonna sit down and watch some Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but I just want to shout out Chloe. Chloe, gal, you made my Friday evening your Thursday midnight. You know the conversation. Thank you. You guys are actually so good. You're so good and supportive and just love you all. Love you all so much. So yes, I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna spend some time with Titus. Yes, we spent time together during lockdown, but it's more like he games and I reads, to be completely honest. And then we'll see where the evening takes us. Oh, also random important update. Oh, they still look kind of bad, but they've gone down so much. Just, I don't know. There's nothing else to update you about apart from lockdown mask-caused pimples. Anyway. So Brooklyn Nine-Nine was as good as ever. I just love how much they're touching on police brutality. But help me dye my hair. Sweet. Don't worry, it's nothing drastic. I'm just using that blue hair dye to freshen up the blue. Yeah. All right, let's do a little time lapse / before and after situation. It is very cold in here. Okay, I don't know if this lighting is going to be any good, but this is what it looks like from the back. This is the area that's like lost most of the colour. Let's do this. Does it look like there's going to be enough head eye there? Okay.
ones are bigger.
Good to know. Alright team, the blue is in my hair. This light is not going to do it any justice. And now I'm going to go do some kitchen dishes whilst it sits. Alright team, I'm trying to figure out where I can put you so that the lighting is best. I wonder if I can balance you on the light switch. The answer to that was no. Let's just try and put you here for now. Okay, the lighting isn't the greatest, so I'll update you more in the morning. And my hair's a bit frizzy. You can see the dark has already lightened a bit, and the patchiness. Anyway, the blue, I'm quite impressed with how it came out. Hang on, let's replicate. My hair was in a burn. Editing may do some sort of side by side. But can we see? I might have to completely retake this clip tomorrow in better light. But I'm pretty happy with it. It's quite a bright blue and it's like what I wanted. I wanted it to be bright since it's underneath. It looks way better. The only thing is my roots. Roots in the ground. But yeah, that's good. I'm so happy with that. I'll leave a link to it below, the toner I use. I think technically Titus was saying when he read it, it was the toner. I've lost my train of thought already. Choo-choo, it has left the brain station. One thing I realised whilst I was having a shower, there were two things actually I realised when I was having a shower. One, I had a really cool idea for Sunday. So this COVID Diaries is lasting Friday, Saturday. And then on Sunday, I'm thinking Instagram will control my lockdown day. I just think it's really fun. I've never done one before and I've seen them around and always wanted to do one. And I think a lockdown edition would be super fun to help me pass the time on Sunday. And then secondly, I realised I haven't had my daily fruit to the fridge. Do 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 do. You alright, baby? Do 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 do. I'm having the last caramel apple, babe. Wait, did I just flash everyone? In case I did just flash everyone, I'm going to retake that clip real funny. The joke was, I just moved that into the way, that this, like having my dressing gown wrapped along the bottom, makes me feel like Sasuke after he's been training with Orochimaru. This was the picture, and die Naruto. That was the joke, except I think I accidentally flashed you all. I had flashed you all. My bad. Online delivery under conditions on our website homepage. Oh, thief! Oh, and you can't even do the decency of looking after it. That was your pick. Okay. Anyway. You just steal another piece. Mm-hmm. I haven't even had a slice yet because I'm proofreading for you. I thought I was going to bed, guys, but Titus has decided, me alongside him, that we're going to try overnight oats. The light is right there. That we're going to try overnight oats. So that's... Oh, I need to get out. I'm so comfy. That's what I'm going to do. Alright, guys. It is 14 past 11 p.m. and I'm going to try a recipe. If this turns out good, I'll link it below. It's a TikTok one. Babe, can you read out their handle?
The Modern Nonna.
Look, it said it was like banana cake, so that's why I wanted to try this one. Titus tried a chocolate peanut butter one, so we'll see how that one goes. Can you check that we're recording, babe? And then we'll do this. Mm-hmm. All right, what's my first step?
Hi friends, almost 1 million views on my last healthy overnight oat chocolate pudding video. So I promised you more flavors, so here it is. This is my banana bread version. 303 calories to be exact, and so good. In a mason jar, add half a cup of oats. These are the ones.
I was like, why is there a jar in it? Done.
I used, I promised I would show you. You could use any. Tiny little pinch of salt.
That was more than a pinch.
Brings out the flavor. Half a cup of your milk of...
I just have big giant fingers. That's why my pinch was so massive. Profesh.
I'm using unsweetened almond and coconut. This is what I have on hand. You could use any. To that, add a quarter of a mashed banana.
Oh.
Right onto the bench.
Mash. No. I know the perfect tool.
Why are you making more dishes?
That is a smart point. I shall use fork because I'm delirious. It's like got the gross bitties
Because
on
you
it.
froze it with the skin on it.
I didn't know not to do that.
You should peel them when you freeze them.
I remember that now.
Oh, the bench. Why are you so messy?
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
It's just who I am, babe. We've been together almost 10 years. How do you not expect this from me right now?
Well, just like a little bit of food safety goes a long way.
I've washed this kitchen like 5 times over the past 2 days.
Mash your banana and add it to your bowl with 2 walnuts that you've chopped
I don't like
and
those.
a little pinch of cinnamon.
I like cinnamon. I'm gonna go same vibe as the salt. I like cinnamon. Okay.
Now your maple syrup is to taste. Half a tablespoon to a tablespoon depending on how sweet your banana is. Give it all a mix and put a lid on it and put it in your fridge overnight or a few hours until it sets. Enjoy and follow me for more.
I'll only follow you if it turns out good.
Catch me outside, how about that?
I mean, it smells good. Hey, grab the coffee or tea would be as quick as could be because I just wish the internet could see your face right now. You're like, what am I stuck with? Okay.
No context really. It didn't really address it. Nothing was in there. It was thrown in, which I personally think is
It's cold. Okay, it's been heated up. It's actually pretty good. It's almost too sweet, which is weird. Okay. Hey babe, what are you gonna do today? Just asking. It's almost too sweet.
Is it? Yeah, it's a banana.
Oh man, I feel like I've been at my laptop for ages. It is now 2 p.m. And I'm gonna sit down and read. I have been organising the stories for tomorrow. Wow, my brain. The stories for tomorrow. So you will see after this vlog. Yeah, after this one, get ready. It'll be a Instagram controls my day, which I haven't done before. I'm so excited for it. And then I was getting ready for the read along. So if you might know that I have the Beth and Book Club page which has been really fun, but it's another thing for me to manage at the moment, and it's felt like it's becoming a bit of a chore. So what I did is I talked to the people in that page, our little book club, and we decided as long as we have the group chat, that's the main thing. So we're going to shift it over to my main page, so you will be seeing on there some stories in the future and some posts talking about our month pick. I know lots of other like booktubers do it via video and with others, but it's just too much admin. All I really want to do is read with people, and I like the group chat element of that. So if that's something you're interested in, go check out my Insta. We're reading Priory of the Orange Tree for September, and it's never too late to join in with the group chat. So if that's something you want to go do, just go flick me a message or comment on a post over on Insta. But yes, for now I want to continue with The End of Men, get my eyes off of the screen for a little bit. Yeah. Oh, thanks, baby. Well, it's still hot. Oh, it's too hot. I kept eating it. So good. Alright, team. Unlocking the door for the first time today. Ran out of cinnamon, so I'm going to go get some from the corner shop, as well as stock up on butter, because running low on that considering the amount of baking we're doing. Okay. Ta-da! Oh, the camera doesn't show, but it's so smooth. I'm so proud of myself. So let's leave that here and see how well it proofs. Alright team, I have finished this book. Oh, my eyeball is twitching, and it is so good. I'll leave that so you can keep playing Spidey. It is so good, team. Like, I don't even know how to start talking about this. It's just written really well is the first thing. It was such an easy read. Like I mentioned, not because the topic was easy necessarily, but because like it was just fluid and a really, really good pace. Triggers continue though. You know, there's sexism, there's cesareans gone wrong, there's massive trauma, especially around just giving birth in general. A lot of just intense things, but the split perspectives and the different stories from different places and the closeness it has to what we're going through at the moment, I think takes this up a notch. I feel like you've got to figure out where your mind is. If you're not doing so great during lockdown and during this quarantine and COVID-19 period, then this probably isn't for you. I just want to make that super clear. This is quite intense. But for me, I really enjoyed reading a perspective where ultimately they're experiencing something not too different to what we've been experiencing. The death rates are just way higher in this novel. And it's almost supportive reading this book, seeing other people going through lockdown equivalents. I'm going to stamp it into my collection right now, and then after that I'll show you how the cinnamon scrolls are going, I guess. Oh, it's gotten so big. That's some good dough. Oh, good evening, team. I have just been editing and uploading videos and eating cinnamon scrolls. They turned out really good. I'll overlay a clip of what they came out like now. But the growth that we have experienced on this Vlog channel, just thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart. We are currently 27 subscribers away from 1,000, and I kind of just wanted to explain a little bit why 1,000 is such a big deal. And 1,000 is just like, you know, the first big milestone. I need to get those kitchen scissors out again. The first big milestone of YouTube accounts, and I've been making videos for the past almost 2 years, and I don't know, I'm just amazed at myself a little bit, to be honest, that I'm still here. I'm very much someone who starts new hobbies and puts them aside. And if you can hear an aeroplane, it's my laptop down here exporting a video. Yeah, I'm very much someone who often starts something and puts it away. Like, I've got embroidery, scrapbooking, bits and pieces, although journaling I've kind of kept up. But yeah, I'm a little bit surprised. I just want to say thank you all so much. And I can't remember if I ever included the clips about PO boxes in my vlogs, but I have actually just sent an email to the New Zealand Post people saying, hey, I want a PO box, what's the steps? Because on their website it tells me to email them, so that's what I did, because I was thinking to myself, once we get to 1,000 I'll open a PO box. Not that anyone has to send anything to me, not that at all. I will create a book depository list, but the best place to look, honestly, is on my Goodreads. I'm pretty good at logging the books I want to read and a subcategory, books I already own, so you're not worrying about double ups. But honestly, no one ever has to get me anything. It'll genuinely be useful for when I get things sent from independent publishers, because I still feel uncomfortable giving my home address out to people. And honestly, I've used my parents' address for a couple of them sometimes, and they're fine with that, like with their permission. So a PO box would just be really useful. As well for stuff that I get sent as well. Sometimes we have stuff that's too big, or what's what I'm looking for. You know, you just don't want it left on the doorstep for anyone to come and nab. So just for a bit of added security. But I'll let you guys know when that happens. If you have any ideas of what you want for like a special 1,000 subscribers video, let me know. I was thinking of doing a little Q&A just to like get to know everyone, but honestly I'm open to it. Maybe you guys choose my book haul. It would have to be through Insta. Keep an eye on Insta. I might go with that idea. Insta chooses my book haul. Subscribers choose my book haul. Okay, that's ruminating. I am going to sign off for the night though, team. My eyes are just a little bit sore from looking at screens all day. I absolutely love this though, don't get me wrong. I love this little hobby. I don't know, it's more than a hobby for me now. It's like an actual, I don't know, real person connection. I love it, it's so fun. It just, you know, it feeds me so much energy. But yeah, I'm going to sign off now. The vlog you'll see after this will be Instagram controls my life for a day. Wait, does that make that an oxymoron or a hyperbole? I think it does. You'll see that next, so keep an eye out for that. Other than that, guys, enjoy all the places you go in your own reading adventures. And yeah, just stay safe, guys. The world is freaking hectic out there. Okay, lots of love. Night night.